Maximus Analysis here for March 10th, 2016, and what a hell of a day today. You had pre-market, you got up to the 2010 area, 2010 25 and a quarter, and you got all the way as low as 1968, I believe, and was a hell of a movement both sides. Again, intraday was a lot of movement for intraday guys. Swing trader guys, this is in the candlestick world, is a doji meeting indecision. So we have to see what happens tomorrow. And this is pretty much, they've wiped out pretty much a couple of highs. They've wiped out 4 days of highs, right? These highs, and they wiped out 1, 2, 3, almost 4 days of lows within one bar. So again, the cautionary tale here is that we're going into Friday, options expiration. So there always seems to be real quirky stuff on Fridays, unfortunately, because there's a lot of money on the table in regards to the weekly options. So if you don't have a play, you just stand down and wait for some clearer type of direction. But again, we need this 1965 to hold, like we said. Again, a break and close above the 2010 area would show some upside potential, but again, it's an indecision day, so treat it as such. Meaning, right now, it's I mean, because of it being a retracement, I don't know how deep the retracement will go. If it could even go to these 1940 levels. But they just wiped everything out. So you just kind of look at it and don't overthink it, overanalyze it. On the weekly time frame, you can see it's just a small bar, and we're already a couple, about a month into this rally off of the 1802 levels, and we continue to see them against this resistance level. So we'll see. Again, they break below this 1925 area with some type of volume, we'll see. But today was definitely that bipolar type of action, and it pretty much encompasses everything. As you'll see here with the NQ, you'll see they wiped out all these highs for 4 days, basically 3 to 4 days, and they wiped out some lows too. So you had these 1, 2 lows. So you had a buy and a sell signal at the same day, ending up right slap dab in the middle with some high volume. So we got to see which side of the fence they're going to go on. The YM pretty much echoed the same type of thing. Right now, it's just a matter of them seeing where we're going to go. Doing it exactly at the 200-day moving average, breaking 4 days back of lows and highs on high volume. So it's again, we'll see what happens if they follow through. Which way they follow through going into the morning. And again, be cautious because it's options expiration, which always makes things a little bit more interesting. IWM, same thing. They're giving more of a hammer type of formation, but again, the hammer is only good if the tail holds. So a gap down and this gets crushed. So, but again, it wasn't that much indecision, but again, over this 108 would probably be a great thing for that as well. So let's look at crude. Crude, again, there was a lot of movement today, but it still held some critical levels. And excuse me, we just want them to hold this 3680 area, and they could continue higher. We just want to see where they're going to go. Let's look at some equity names, and one of the biggest names going on today because of how bad it looked was Tesla. Tesla looked really, really bad at one point. We know, checking on the weekly time frame, that we have we do not want to break this low of, we do not want to break 200 at all, because this weekly is showing weak volume. So this is a weekly setup. Again, if you're feeling like this is what we got going on: support, bounce, bounce, broke, resistance. And with lower volume, let's see how they look going into next week. Next one we have is Netflix. And Netflix on the weekly, again, they held last week's low. On the daily, you could see that it's kind of just giving you some indecision as well. You came close. I mean, we have this big candle right here showing shoe flush down. We had a little pop up with low volume, and then we have a sell signal, or close to the original sell signal again. So they break these lows, I think they continue lower, and the weekly isn't really giving much more in regards to they just need to hold this on the weekly. Now, you don't want to go long until they break and close above something, and if that means that you're late, again, aggressive, we've been talking about aggressive time frames, that will help you to, again, it could close above this on the daily, and then you could use a small time frame to use your type of retracement or whatever you use for your entry technique on a small time frame, so that you're just not getting worked, because there's a lot of work going on regarding these swing trade type of daily time frame moves. Facebook, we want to hold these previous lows. We want to hold this 105.50, but right now it's just this pattern we've always talked about, and now they bounce it up a little bit. So this is the grind, and they're giving a little bit of holding this, basically this sell signal right here. So let's see what happens if they break below this 104 area. And last but not least is Google, which actually was up 6 1/4 today, and just high sideways movement, not high volume. But they want to hold that 702.75 area and go from there. So again, it's just a painful thing. And let's see if we get, again, some clarity on the weekly time frame. And it's kind of, I don't know where to go, because this would not, some people might trade this breakout, this big candle right here that they sold into, based on the weekly time frame, make me a little bit cautious. And they broke last week's low. I mean, they got above it, but this wouldn't be where I would either go long or short. I would just really stand down, because the pattern is so choppy. Again, they break below this 102.50, 102.30 area, then you could see some downward potential. But we'll watch it from there. But again, let's go back to the ES just to say, like, listen, this is really was a painful day, and I'll go to an intraday time frame. As you can see how much they move. This is the 15-minute in one day, and just closed right in the middle. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, and take care.